Hi everyone, delonewolf here. Welcome back to some Stellaris. In today's video we are continuing the story of the Omni Confluence, our research-based machine race. As you can see, we've grown quite a lot. This has actually been a rather uneventful growth, but some things are starting to move. Especially over here we have a research project that I think I put someone on, right? This research ship right there, exactly. And it's the first League capital system. I don't think I've ever done that research project, so I definitely want to take a video of that to see what happens. Up here we are going to fight some ancient mining drones so that we can continue our exploration up there, maybe try to grab more systems as well, but I'm also saving some influence to build our first megastructure. And then we're dealing with one problem, is that a part of my sector is not connected, which would be this one. It's strange, it's constantly been connected from this system to this system, but now it doesn't seem to want anymore. So we are actually sending a construction ship over to Maragdis, which will then take over as soon as we have enough influence for that. Over here, looks like the fight is starting. Let's see how my ships are doing. This is my backup fleet, 4.1k. It also has some mercenaries.
Hostile fleet
and in the meantime, let's quickly pause as we take a quick look at my tradition. So I went discovery first, of course. We are fully based on research, and then we took technological ascendancy for even more research. After that, I took prosperity. It just helps to have this here, external temperature computing for increased unity on every energy grid and energy nexus. Very, very handy. And of course it helps overall with reduced upkeep. I took Voidborn. I've yet to construct a habitat, but I'm pretty close now. And then over here I'm now taking versatility, because that allows me to start a federation potentially. So next we have Empire Leader capacity or machine modification points increased by 1. I'm actually going to take the leader capacity to then go for the increased leader cap. The reason for this is I already have a pretty good secondary race that gives me extra energy credits and extra minerals. So here is the fight, and there is a mercenary battleship in the mix as well. And there are the mining drones flying around. We've got the green lasers, 334, they are going down pretty quickly. Like that. Then we'll attack their station as well, which doesn't seem to be doing too much. Ooh, that's a nice effect from my corvettes here. Despite recent skill improvements, owing to accumulated experience, seems to be approaching the limit of their capability. Well, just a little bit more in that unity and he'll be even better. So we'll go like that, and then we'll bring you back to over here, the Flanita system. So you'll go back, enter orbit. The reason is these guys could attack us this way, and this is now protected by a big station and potentially as well, of course, that extra fleet. This is my main fleet, 10k, still not that big. As I've said, my focus has definitely been on research. At this point, my economy plus 69 energy, that's not a lot, plus 434 in minerals, that is quite good. And this means that we can, let's take a look at this.
Ship augmentations completed.
Upgrade.
Ship augmentations completed.
These things, my research is going plus 43, plus 45, and plus 52%. And this is actually a new researcher that I had to hire because there was a malfunction in the previous guy. But we grabbed one that has this maniacal, so plus 5%. And if you get some good trades, that's all gonna be good. And as you can see here, plus 319, 340, and 283 in research. So we're doing quite well on that front. Now my research ship is approaching, and I need that 200 influence first so that we can start to truly colonize, to make our base cluster truly a machine system. And let's see here. For several months we have received scattered reports of small numbers of alien mercenaries and privateer operating in the frontiers of our space. They call themselves the Jibru and are apparently exiles from a nomadic warrior culture. Another one. Without incidents. Alright, let's see here. We are the Jibru. We are favored servants of She of the Void, the all-seeing, ever-knowing, and above all vengeful supreme being that lords over our space. It was she that bade us give up our ancestral planetary home eons ago. to take a precedence in her eternal domain. The cold depths of space. Alas, the doctrinal wars have sapped our strength, and we are now a divided people. Okay, so there's some sort of... Many of our warriors are willing to fight your battles at a price. So it's more mercenaries, but these guys seem to be spacebound. Oh, they're up here. So we've got mercs here. We've got mercs here that attacked us last time. And then over here we've got mercs, but they are contained by some defensive stations normally. What else have we got here? That is upgrading. What else can I use here? Let's do another anchorage, more defensive capabilities, and I like the targeting uplink as well, so we'll take that. We are approaching 200, so let's save a little bit more, and then let's see what's going to happen here. Oh, it's first... Ooh, 10 energy on Habanis, and is that where we have... Yeah, that special project, so we're... Good God, what the hell is that system? So we are first... quickly surveying that, and then I think I gave my ship the order to try and complete the First League capital system. +10, +10. Oh man, that would be so good if I could grab that. And then these guys are still something that I need to deal with later as well. Habanis 3 was the administrative center of the First League throughout most of its existence and served as the seat of their great senate. The planet was densely populated with a planet-wide city covering most of the surface. Food had to be imported from other member worlds to support the untold billions living in this enormous metropolis. When the League collapsed, the food shipments ceased. Okay, and then the population crashed, mass starvation, to dwindle until the planet has been reduced to no more than a lifeless ghost world. Okay. Oh, good God. That is nice though. That is nice though. We definitely want to build there as well. Oh, and we somehow got a lot of extra influence. So let's try to reconnect our systems by building that up here. And then we need just a little bit more for 10k in extra minerals. And then we're good to go. They keep begging me for terraforming fluids. We don't want them to grow that much more quickly. Everything seems to be decently under control when it comes to people liking me. Most of them are pathetic and inferior. So yeah, I do feel like I'm in a good spot on this one. Surprising. Oh, good God. I want that system. Let's hope that no bad surprises come up. But let's also get started on Voidborn, which means that we need to grab one of my construction ships. Are you here? Yep. Now we'll take a planet around the second star of our system, build megastructure, and build that very first habitat for the Omni confluence. It's gonna be good. Major step forward. And we also have more room to grab another system. So we'll do that as well. And these guys, well, they need to get back. Then we'll upgrade them. Join them together with this fleet, which I think we can do right now. Like that. He'll get back here. That's one cruiser. Get back up there. So we still have a lot of research to do, but it's going quite nicely. Let's see what's happening over here. We're heading for Habanis 4, which is a toxic world. Okay, that's only a tile blocker that's been expunged. That's not a big deal. And the state of my economy, let's see if I can find one of those newly grabbed worlds like this one. Yeah, it's basically I can afford to build full pops on any new planet that I grab, and at this point this is part of the sector, so I'm allowing them to do whatever they want or need. But yeah, my economy is quite strong, just not strong enough to go to that final tier. We'll need battleships and things like that to come in pretty soon. But we also do have, let's take a quick look at that up here. Is it this one that is now upgrading to a citadel? I think that's yeah, that is definitely the final upgrade. So that is something that I have unlocked as well, thanks to my research advantage. And this just keeps getting better and better. So that's energy. That's a lot of minerals. And this is now a barren world that is being surveyed. Habanis 5.
Construction complete.
And yeah, I do feel pretty lucky that the system, for basically something Oh, no entries.
System survey complete.
Anomalies, weak. Ooh, okay, and then victory like that. So that system survey has been completed, which has basically finished the that precursor quest line, and that gives you a pretty amazing system, I have to admit. Something that I need to do, automatic exploration, and we'll keep one research ship at this point over here, so you guys can do automatic exploration. That construction is complete. I think that's going to be pretty important, so we'll have you build that and that, and then let's see if I can reconnect. So hopefully that is now reconnected, and I still have to go and clear this system, but you can see that these crystalline entities do have some pretty serious capabilities here, so need to be ready for that.
Successful.
Thank you for the tech. Let's see, fire rate plus 5% unlocks the command center. Fleet command limit plus 20, that sounds pretty useful as well, and ecological adaptation. So we'll take the fleet command plus 20, that means I can get a 100 fleet going. Still have a little bit left here as well, so that should be good. And in the meantime, my resources are growing back. This is completely done, so you can go over here. That'll be another system we want to grab. And let's also build more energy. That is something that I've not been able to get all that high, but you can see that I've got 30k reserves, so we are doing pretty well overall. And I wonder if I take Van Habinis and I add that to the sector, then I think that we're completely okay. All of this is nicely connected, so that should be all right. Did I go up plus 100? Maybe a little bit. On the fronts of my planets, most of them are already quite nicely fully populated and upgraded as far as is possible. Let's go like that. We definitely want this guy over here rather than well, even over here. So now all of them are growing. Give me more of that. And let's see here, I generally do like to have plenty of energy, so I think we'll do that. And is my construction ship coming? Yeah, it's starting. It is now at 13% of the very first habitat. Yeah, the ship type here, I'm not sure. I do think it fits decently well for an AI race. A lot of this stuff seems quite closed up and you know, round, effective the way machines think, so I like him. My fleet size here is good, but I can't upgrade that anymore. All of this is looking okay. Could make more soldiers, some ground forces just in case. But for now, I think that this is a nice update. So we've got an incredible system here, thanks to us finishing basically our, what is it here, our situation log, and getting that precursor event chain, and being super lucky that their home system was actually inside my own border. So we're gonna grab that as quickly as possible. Once we've got 75, build everything up, and yeah, get ready for the next phase, which I don't know. We might try to create our own federation, but if I ever get like an invite to a federation, I think I'll just grab it and see what comes of that. I'm not looking for trouble, but if someone were to attack me, of course, then we will you know, go to war against them. But we're mostly looking here to increase our knowledge, which we are doing quite nicely, because as you can tell, their technological level of most other, let's take a quick look at an inferior one here, is inferior to pathetic. And so we want to basically be a bit of a guardian, a source of wisdom for the rest of the galaxy, and the more cooperation is offered our way, the more we'll accept it. If on the other hand they are looking for trouble, then we'll be ready to answer that as well. And that's the plan here with the Omni Confluence. Going pretty well, I would say. We have plenty of room for expansion up here as well. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.
Technological acquisition successful.